Well, good morning. Today is my 20 miler, the last long run, the last really long run until the marathon on May 3rd. It's 8 o'clock. That's about an hour later than I expected and wanted to start, but what can you do? I'm expecting to be done about noon, probably a little later. And let's get going. I'm here on the bike path. Let's take a look here. There's someone coming down the path right now. So let's go. Hey, just checking in. We're about 3¼ miles in. We're almost to the rice packer, almost to the end of the bike trail where I've got some water cache. And if you look over there, that little, what looks like a mountain range, is the Sutter Buttes. And they call it the world's smallest mountain range, but I don't think it's true. It makes for good marketing materials. But anyway, that's where I'm going. The road curves to the right and then off into the buttes. And I go into the buttes about 4 miles, so I feel pretty good, but my pace is really low. Who cares, right? That's what they say for long runs. I don't know who says that, I made it up. We're now at the end of the bike trail at a little town called Sutter, California. And this also happens to be the spot where I cache some water. So, in the spirit of trying to simulate the marathon, I'm going to walk through the water stops. Look at this, still cold too. You can't beat that. You know, last night it got a little frosty. Whoa, got a little frosty last night, and it made this water that wasn't even refrigerated ice cold, which is a plus in my book. So I figure I'm going to drink about half of this and then place it up here somewhere. The nice thing about water bottles is they look like garbage, so people don't tend to pick them up. All right, well, I'm done drinking, so back to running. I was about to start running. Try that again. I was about to start running when look what I found. This is kind of cool. I don't know if you can see that. That's a new unopened bottle of Gatorade G2. So it looks like I'm not the only person who had this idea. But I got my Cytomax in my hydration bottle, so I'm drinking the Cytomax as I run and then doing the water caching. But that's pretty cool. Okay, so we just got to the edge of Sutter, and we're now just about at the buttes. Now you see those people waiting there? That is a road that leads up to a cross. They cross up on the hill, and they're going to be having an Easter morning sunrise service, so it looks like they're making some preparations, sitting around talking. Okay, I just got to the top of a hill and walked a little bit, took some energy gel, drank some Cytomax, and I was taking a quick walk break. In about 3/4 mile, I have some water. That'll be at 8 miles. And then after that 8, the last 2 miles are a big, giant, stinking hill. But that is exactly what I wanted for training for the Avenue of the Giants. Anyway, see you later. Hey, look, birds. And they're not finding many things to eat. I'm sure they'll find something before the day's through. Okay, I just had my 8-mile water stop. I drank about half of one of those small bottles of water. And we're coming up on the hills the next 2 miles before the turnaround. Actually, the turnaround is at the bottom of a hill, which means I gotta go to the top of the hill again. That's similar to the way the Avenue of the Giants marathon is, except for one big difference, which is the hill's at the beginning of the run, and here the hill is in the middle. Hey there! I'm almost at the 10-mile mark. I would have started it there, but I just wanted to show off a little bit of the scenery of where I'm running, so you guys can see. Even though it's a hill and all this other stuff, the Sutter Buttes are certainly the gem of our area. That is definitely the case. So
Anyhow, I can see where the water bottle is too. I made sure that I stored it in a spot where it was easily identifiable. And it was funny too, when I was placing this particular water bottle, the police came up to me. It was dark, and I'm like, "What the heck are you doing out here?" So I explained to them exactly what was going on. They thought I was littering or causing a ruckus, whatever it was they thought I was doing. And I told the guy, I said, "Well, I'm doing a 20-mile tomorrow." And he said, "Well, is it a group? Because why don't you just drive it straight out?" It's like, "No, it's not a group, it's just me." His eyes got really big. And I said, "Yeah, training for a marathon." He goes, "Oh no, I would never be able to do that." And that seems to be the state of policemen these days. You know, I ran into a policeman on my 18-miler that had a similar attitude. And it's weird. I thought that they had to stay in shape for the job that they do. Go figure. So anyway, I'm at my water. See, there it is. And if you take a look there, up on top of that hill, there's some broadcasting stations. There was a gate earlier that I passed that said no trespassing, care of Tor Communications, and so that was the the communication people that run that tower. At night, they have a light up there that's so bright it just lights up the whole sky. One time I came out here try to take pictures thinking, "Oh, it's gonna be dark, but there was just no way on earth." So anyway, we are at 10 miles even. Well, 10.08 according to the GPS. You probably can't see that, don't matter. And I'm gonna drink some water and get back to it. I'm 1 hour and 52 minutes in. Hi. Well, I'm walking again. It's we're almost 13 miles, and I just wanted to show you guys the cross right up there on the hill. They're going to be having the sunrise service on Easter Sunday. I always thought it might be cool. I didn't always think it would be cool, but I just thought it would be cool to do a long run from Yuba City to Sutter to the cross for the sunrise service, worship, and then run back. There's no way I could do it logistically though, because my family, they'd like to be with me on Easter Sunday, but it's an interesting idea. Hey guys, well, I'm back at that spot again where the G2 is, and it's still there, sitting in the sun, baking. So I'm starting to think maybe it was unintentional, but anyway, give you an update on how things are going. I'm over 15 miles now, and I stopped for altogether too long. I'm just exhausted, and kind of makes me wonder about my performance at the marathon, because those hills just really took it out of me. So the hills that are up in Humboldt, they're not quite as bad. So hopefully it won't be quite as bad, recovering from them. But man, I tell you, it did take it out of me. So anyway, I'll see you again in a little while. We've got a little over 4.5 miles to go. Well guys, after much too long of a period of time, I'm done. And I have to share something with you. I bought this headband because I was tired of the sweat getting into my eyes. I've done this 3 times so far. It's not doing it. Well, apparently it's not as soaked as it was before. Earlier, I squeezed it out and sweat just went dripping. So, anyway, it worked. No sweat in the eyes whatsoever today. So, with that, I'm going to go home. Actually, I'm going to go and get something to eat, and then I'm going to go home. But I will talk to you later. 20 miles, woo!